Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Jillin Off. I'm one of your Jillers, Christina Walkinshaw, and with me as always,
John Murphy.
here we are. We're
Jillin.
we're chilling now. I need to call it out right away. I'm wearing a super padded bra right now.
Oh, stop making excuses for your beautiful cleavage.
Isn't this exciting? I never do this, but as an experiment, because we went out last week, we always kind of like go to the bar looking like we might be going to the gym. Do you know what I mean? We're not dress uppers. But I was like, maybe I should use some of these bras I buy and actually like wear them to the bar.
Is it that, or is it that we decided to pimp out Paul and you want to be the first one to get on that?
Exactly. Right? Exactly.
Christina's like, I'm not giving him to other women.
I know.
He's ours.
Paul. We tried to pimp out Paul in the last episode when we got flooded with responses, obviously.
No, it's going to take a while to respond to all
Or
these.
it's going to take a long time to respond to everybody.
Ladies, take a number.
But I feel like, so we're going to go out after tonight's episode, and I feel like maybe with this bra and this tank top on, maybe more people will at least look at us.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I-
You say us as if I get to jump on those boobs, too. I'm with them.
It's so hard. You got this bra. It's like a bumper car down here. I can,
You
like,
keep
smash
hitting
into the wall.
yourself.
I could smash into things with this. Bounce right off the wall if I wanted. I could go watch this.
Where did you get this bro? No, she's doing the act out.
You know, I like to do something for the YouTubers.
Where did you get that padded bra?
Oh, Victoria's Secret. Look
Oh,
it has,
nice.
look at this. It has some weird creepy thing in the back.
Oh my God, that's like a bondage.
Is that for like S&M night?
Yeah, looks like it.
Whoa.
Is that called the 50 Shades of Grey, bro?
It should be it. But it makes my boobs like so big that I'm like, oh. Plus I'm getting my period, so it's probably like bigger because of that, right? Right,
No.
Paul? Your boobs get bigger when you get your period, right? Yeah. It just means your period is coming. Somebody's like, nice tits. I'll be like, thanks, I'm about to bleed.
Oh, okay. Don't say that tonight.
No, okay, I'll try not.
We got to pick up dudes tonight.
We have to. Can you please tell your story that you told to me? So we went to Venice last week for your underground story. And you know, sometimes you drive through like a neighborhood and it's reminiscent of maybe a one-night stand you've had somewhere in the past. And Jen told me a story from a one-night stand in Venice a long time ago. Can you tell the listeners?
So I went to do the Venice Underground, which is a great show at the Townhouse in Venice Beach. At midnight was going to be my 35th birthday. Was it my 35th? No. Anyway, it was a birthday. Maybe it wasn't 35 because I don't think it was that long ago. Anyway, I should have said, oh, that was last year. Anyway, so I went out after the show. There were the people at the bar that had seen the show, and they were like, we loved you, of course. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Anyway, we were having drinks. They were buying me drinks. We went back to their house. They're like, come back and we'll keep partying and stuff. So I went back to their house, and I ended up hooking up with one of them. And when I woke up in the morning, I had my face deep in a very wet pile of pee on the bed.
Oh.
Like I woke up and it was so wet, and I was like, and you can smell it. I'm like, oh my God, this is pee. Like I'm laying in pee.
Ew.
And so I walked out to the living room. There were the two guys, and I felt like they were both laughing. Like the one guy had told him, like, because I didn't pee.
Right.
It was not me. But I was like, and I told the guy, I go, your bed's full of pee. He goes, yeah, it wasn't me. And he looked at me like, and I was like, no, dude. First of all, I've never in my life peed a bed.
Right.
And second, if I peed, it would be down lower. It wouldn't be like up in my face.
Exactly. You can't pee on your own face. That's so gross. And I feel like men, and I've seen this throughout my life, I've definitely seen men not being able to control their pee when they're drunk.
Yeah, I've heard that, and I'll be forgiving if that's the case. But this guy, first of all, did not take any responsibility. He was already out of the bed when I woke up. So
Right.
if he knew I was laying in pee, he didn't try and roll me out of it. And also, my head was up at the top of the bed.
Yeah.
So even if he was laying down and he peed, I feel like he stood above me and fucking like peed on my face or something. Because even if he peed, it's the second half of the bed. Like, how is it at the very top? Like,
Oh, yeah.
it wasn't like I was laying weird on the bed. I was laying where your head's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And completely covered.
It sounds like this guy was a total asshole.
Then I had to go and walk. Yeah, and then him and his friend are like laughing. which made me feel even weirder.
Yeah.
So then I left, and I was like, I didn't know how to get out of their gate, so I just hopped over the fence.
Oh my God.
And had to walk back to my car, which was a few blocks away.
Oh
and
no.
like drive home on my birthday, like
with
smelling
pee
like
on your
piss.
face. Oh no. And that's how you break in 35, ladies.
I'm very forgiving. If I wake up and somebody's like, oh, I know it's embarrassing, but if
Yeah.
you said, "Oh God, I peed," I wouldn't care at all.
Exactly.
I'd be like, "Oh, that sucks. I've heard it happen." Thank God it's never happened to me ever.
Oh man.
But to not even take responsibility and be a total douche.
It sounds like he was a douche, and yeah, that's disgusting. Ugh.
Couldn't you see that? Just some asshole who's like, I'm gonna take this girl home and piss on her face when she sleeps.
I mean, maybe. Yeah. I mean, at first, I feel like Paul would never pee on your face, ladies. Just so you know. He's
I don't know. He
classy-
just smiled really big, like he wants to.
For a fee.
for a pee. That's why men don't need
Oh.
toilet paper. They just go on your chin, and they're like.
I don't
Men
think
never have toilet paper. There are sometimes they
don't-
won't even put the new roll back on the old roll. They'll just somehow put a new roll of toilet paper somewhere in the bathroom for you to discover
men-
while still leaving the empty roll on the roll. Does this make sense?
Yeah, but men don't use toilet paper anyway when they pee. They
I
just
know.
shake it.
It still weirds me out. I still feel like you guys could just wipe it a little bit. Do you know what I mean? No?
I feel like if I was a dude, I would wipe the tip before I put
I
my
would
pants
too.
back up.
I would wipe the tip. Right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would.
I don't know. But this is just what I would do if I had a penis.
What is the weirdest thing you've used if you didn't have toilet paper and you peed?
Well, my go-to obviously is those toilet seat covers.
Yeah,
Um,
in a public restroom.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good one. Also,
about
we don't
when you-
have those toilet seat covers in Canada. I don't know if it's because we have free healthcare, but we don't have those. You guys have all those. I don't know what kind of toilet diseases are going around in America, but it's very mysterious. I'm like, wow, I don't know why we don't have those toilet seats.
It's paranoia.
Probably.
Ever since I was a kid, my mom told me you can get diseases from toilet seats, and I really don't believe it that much.
And then the other one, and this one's a little more awkward, but I'll actually take the cardboard roll.
That's what I've
off
used,
Yeah, I'll take that off the roll,
I've
and
done that.
I'm not gonna throw it in the toilet, obviously, because I
No.
don't think it's gonna go down. But yeah, I'll use that to blot.
I've done that before.
Yeah, I'm like, well, you know what? That's still cardboard, and I can absorb some pee, and I'm gonna use that.
If
That's so
absolutely
funny.
all else fails, I've used my hand.
Me too. Me too. I've used my hand, and then you just like wash our hands really hardcore afterwards.
I wash them a little.
Yeah.
Paul, Paul just licked his hand.
Pheromones. Pheromones. Oh my God.
There's not really that much down there anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
But you got to catch a little drip.
So
We are really turning people on with this episode.
wow, our last episode, Nuggets in Your Undies, and then this one, it's going to be like churning for some urine. I don't know. Urinating for some urine. I don't know. I'm just-
Wipe the tip.
Wipe the tip.
That's a good one.
I like wipe the tip.
Write it
I'm
down.
ready. Wipe the tip. So I decided last night. I feel like I'm PMSing. So even though I got invited to some parties yesterday, I was like, I feel like I need to be by myself, or I can't be around people that are going to ask me questions about how's your life going. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I started at the Coffee Bean, and I had a tea, and I was reading my friend's script, and I was writing. But then I was like, I'm going to go to Foreman's Whiskey Tavern. And here's what happened, okay? Because I'm trying to be more proactive with going out and meeting human beings and not just playing on dating apps. Because also the dating apps, it seems like they're all pen pals. Like, just like this one guy has doubled down on being cheap like 8 times. And I'm like, and still he just keeps talking, but he won't ask me out. I'm like,
You just
this
want
is
to
so
talk?
boring. Yeah, just like, well, how was your show? Or like, whatever. It just feels like a pen pal. And he's doubled down on being cheap like 8,000 times. I can't watch hockey. I don't get that channel. I'm like, oh, you should watch Fleabag. What's that? It's a show on Amazon. Well, I don't have Amazon. I was like, well, you should get Amazon. It's so cheap. You get like all your stuff delivered for free. I don't buy a lot of stuff online. I'm like, wow. Like, it's just, wow. Now we're going to fucking Arby's for our first date if I do say yes to going out with him. Or like A&W for those little burger buddies. Anyways, but I decided I'm going to go to Foreman's. But I was hoping to sit at the bar. Here's how I play it. I'm going to sit at the bar, or if I can't get a seat at the bar, I have my laptop and I'm going to do some writing. So either way, I'm kind of being either social or productive.
Yeah.
So of course, there's no seats at the bar. So then I go and I sit and I'm reading and writing, and it's fine. It's a cute corner. I actually can get a lot of work done. And the girl beside me was really nice and chatty. But then I go up to get a drink, like my second drink, and there's a babe at the bar, and there's a seat open next to him. And I could have moved from my table to this seat at the bar and sat beside him, and I could see he's a good tipper. He left like $3 on one beer. But I couldn't do it. I felt like it looked desperate. What would you move seats to get next to a guy who was sitting alone?
If I wanted to sit at the bar,
I did want to sit at the bar.
yeah, because I would just think of it as like, I want this open seat at the bar.
Yes, but I thought it looked, I don't know. I got nervous. So
Oh.
then I get my drink, I go back to my table, and then an even bigger babe takes the seat that I wanted to take.
Babe.
And a bigger babe. And then in between those two babes and me, there was this like high top, and there was a guy sitting alone, and he was a babe. And he was like in my view of the other two babes. Like there were so many babes at this bar, and they were all like not with chicks, not with rings.
This
and I was-
sounds very suspicious.
I know. And then the babe that was in between the other two babes and me, then his friend showed up, and his friend looked like Gunner from Nashville. Do you know Nashville?
No.
It's a really good show.
It
Obviously, I
sounds
watch
like a
Nashville.
sting going on.
Oh my God, I know. And then the Gunner guy sits down, and then there I was alone in the corner, and the only person texting me is HQ Trivia. And I was just like, wow, what a sad, sad day.
Next time you got to take that bar seat.
I should have taken the bar seat.
Be
but
aggressive.
I looked very 80s, though. I was still in my mixtape mode.
Also, why are these men out alone, all of them?
Well, there was only two guys at the bar were alone, but then the other two guys were like together, and they were drinking some bourbons. It's a big whiskey bar, right? So I think the guys actually like to go there for whiskey.
Is that when you bailed and went to Crawford's?
Yes, and I did have that delicious chicken sandwich.
And flirt with the
Crawford's was
bartender?
so delicious. That bartender was super cute. I saw Matt. Is that his name?
Yeah.
The owner. I saw him on the way out, and I was like, "Hey, I came here on a non-comedy night." I was like, but I did meet these other like this other couple kind of beside me, and they're really nice. It was just like a really good. I was glad I went to Crawford's too. It was a good social.
Crawford's is awesome. If you live in the Southern California area near in Burbank.
Oh my God, that spicy
Crawford's.
fried chicken sandwich. It was
Pass Avenue.
it was fucking so deluxe. $10, and it was so good. It was delicious.
Yeah, they're good.
Anyway, so that's me. I've been striking out all week, which is maybe why today I just like I got we're gonna go out tonight. I'm like I'm gonna wear a padded bra. I'm gonna show some cleavage, and I feel like this is gonna give me more balls and more people.
You're ready
going
to
to
put
talk
some
to us.
tits in face.
I'm ready to put some tits in face.
Why have you given up on the dating app? You're not going out with anybody?
Well, no, just because I feel like everybody's just a pen pal on there. Like they write and they never ask you out. It's just like, well, this is pointless, right? I don't need a pen pal.
No.
You already like your text messages. I can write you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, right to me.
Yeah, I'm already.
I just don't like the questions of getting to know you. It's just like, ugh.
Well, I know. And plus, maybe to do that in real life is easier than over an app back and forth, back and forth. And that guy, I feel like I've been talking to for like 3 weeks now. I'm like, really, 3 weeks? It's gone by and you can't be like, hey, do you want to meet for a drink?
Yeah, he's dead in the water.
Yeah.
But it also feels like it's hard to keep talking to someone if they're not making me laugh.
Yeah.
Which
oh,
I
that's
understand
true.
is a lot of pressure to make somebody laugh, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, there's no laughs.
Like just back and forth, weird. You're like, oh,
There's
I'm
no
falling
laughs.
asleep over this text message.
Yeah, no.
No, 3 weeks is way too long. This guy's very lonely, or he has a deformity he's not telling you about.
Sorry, there's nothing wrong with deformed people. They're great. I hate it when I laugh at the wrong things. Shit. He has a deformity. Oops, I shouldn't have laughed at that.
No, you're just laughing at the idea of him hiding. from you.
Exactly. And if you have a deformity, just tell me. Be like, hey, I have a third penis.
A third.
Oops. I mean, a second. let's start with second.
That makes me think you've seen that other.
I've seen a second penis. It's too much. No.
That would be so amazing. No, that would be way too much work.
That would be too much work. I don't think I could handle that.
Guys would expect you to take care of both of them at the same time.
I know. That's too much.
And then if you tried to complain, they'd be like, what? You got 2 tits.
That's true. But my tits aren't, we're not putting penises inside of my boobs. There one fits in between. That's it. We can't put my nipples into an innie and then like.
Oh, Lord. word.
Wow. Speaking of deformed bodies, it sounds like I have one at this point. Where are your nipples? What direction? Inside. Okay.
We're
Disgusting.
still on our quest for the perfect fuck buddy.
I mean, yeah, maybe tonight we're gonna go back to Boydner's. Here's the other thing I do. This is what I do sometimes. Tell me if this is creepy. But sometimes I'll go into the bar. You know, you pass the hostess, and you're like, "It's okay. I don't need a table. I'm going to the bar." Right? You got to fucking tell that hostess who's boss right away.
I feel like I never have to tell them. They just know. They're like,
I
yeah,
know. They're like, that girl all by herself. She ain't sitting at a table.
we can see it on your face.
I know. And I've done this twice now at the Yard House in Burbank,
We see your
where I
hands
just go to
shake.
the bar and I make a full loop around, and I just got couple. That's the problem with corporate restaurants. It's all couples. Couple. I'm like, well, I'm out of here, and I just leave.
Which bar is this?
Yard House. in
Yard
Burbank.
House is tough.
I mean, I enjoy a good Yard House. I got to be honest. I like their
No, I love
selection
Yard
of
House,
beer.
but they're packed all the time.
Yeah, and then what day was that? I was shopping. That was my shopping day, Sunday. And yeah, but I did a quick loop around the bar, and I was like, well, nobody I want to sit next to.
And I don't think they have a great happy hour.
I go to the one in Vegas all the time. That happy hour is decent. You know, you can get like a cheap pizza, cheap beer, boom. But yeah,
I stayed alone on Memorial Day too. I did get a lot of work done, but then I went to 7-Eleven to buy a beer, and I bought just one. And the checkout guy was like, "Oh, time to party?" And I go, and then all of a sudden I felt self-conscious, even though I was only buying one. So I'm like, I'm only buying one. So.
yeah.
But then I felt weird, so I was like, "Yeah, I got friends at my apartment." And then I was like, "You just lied to the 7-Eleven clerk." And he goes, "Oh, big party." And I'm thinking, like, what?
Yeah,
I'm
but
buying one beer, guy.
we're all gonna share this beer. Oh my god.
Well, I just wondered if he thought that I was going to a party and that was all I was gonna bring.
Oh my
Like,
god.
I brought one for myself, guys. Nothing for you.
I would find that hard. I don't think I'd be able to go to the store and just have like one beer. I feel like once I have beer, I probably want another beer. But you're just like, no, one beer and that's it.
Oh no, I had a bottle of wine at my house. I just felt like a beer.
Fair enough. Sometimes I need that palate cleansing ale after my.
Sometimes, like I went walking. I went to the gym and then I took a walk to Trader Joe's because I hate driving to Trader Joe's. So I was like, oh, it's a beautiful day. I'll walk.
Yeah.
And then on my way home, after walking, you're like, I could use something like refreshing.
Exactly. I get that.
So I went and bought one. That's why.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
But yeah, I don't go to home and just drink one. Yeah.
Too hard.
Unfortunately.
Like maybe I'll have one beer if it's the end of the night.
yeah. This was at like
my nightcap.
This was at like 4 p.m. So
Oh yeah, no.
yeah, one at the end is okay.
Well,
I just thought it was funny that he was like, "Oh, Memorial Day party," and I was like, "Yeah, there's totally a bunch of people waiting for me."
one beer. What kind of beer did you buy?
IPA. You've got me
Oh, there
hooked
you
on
go.
IPAs.
I told you, and I already listened to that episode that I said this, but yeah, once you go hoppy, it's very hard to go back down. It's like hot sauce. Your palate gets more and more used to a more powerful flavor, and you have to keep going hotter or hoppier.
I love it. Well, it's also like one beer gives you this little like high.
Oh yeah, it's powerful. What's this one that we're drinking? This is
It's a Lager Mexicana.
this one might be the one that's so it's been barreled. I think the barrels that they produce the beer in have been laced with tequila, so it's supposed to have a bit of a tequila flavor to it.
Oh, Justin loves that one.
Yeah, I think
Is
that's
this
what
the
this one
one?
is. It's 4.5% too, so that's good. So it's a nice light
Oh,
beer.
okay, it's not the same one. There's one that Justin drinks that has tequila in it.
Yes.
And it's like 9% or something
Oh, I know.
ridiculous.
I think I gave those ones to the people upstairs.
No. That's
Oh, so
little.
this is the cerveza, but I feel like, but yeah, I've had that tequila one from Dudes before, and yeah, it's pretty powerful for sure. It's a powerful one.
I'm going to be your wingman tonight.
Why? Oh yeah, because you want to go home early because you have to get up early, right?
Well, also, I don't want to pick up any toads.
I mean, I still am tempted to go to James's show in Sherman Oaks, but I feel like if we have drinks after this, then I'll crash. I feel like my shelf life's getting shorter as I get older.
Oh, get out.
It just does.
But your boobs are getting bigger.
My boobs are getting bigger, but my short life is getting shorter.
Can we take just a screenshot of this picture and post that this
This is
episode's
wow.
on YouTube? Because then people will watch to see your cleavage.
This like almost looks like as big as my butt. This is, If you like this, you're gonna love the backside. It's like this, but bigger. Just as much cleavage, though, in these Citizens of Humanity 1998 jeans.
That
Like,
should
look.
be what you put as your. That should be what it says under your profile picture for your dating apps.
That's pretty much the same cleavage, though, right?
If you like this, you'll. Maybe you should get up and tell them.
Oh, look at this, right? Isn't
Oh my
that-
God! You're showing Paul your butt crack?
It's butt cleavage. I'm a woman.
Oh, now we're really gonna get emails.
It's bigger now. Oh, no.
Hey, we want to see Christina's butt crack.
I remember, and I don't know if it was high school or university. It was either. It just shows that we're all immature for a lot longer than we thought we'd be. But you know, when you had like butt crack, did guys ever come up to you and go, credit card? Credit card down your butt crack?
I have heard that before.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think anybody actually did. Maybe.
You know, I don't think nobody had a credit card back then. So they were like 16, but they always go credit card because you could like swipe something down your butt cleavage. Right. Declined.
Oh my God,
Credit
it's gonna be we're gonna have a competition of who gets more emails, Paul or Christina. It's gonna be really close. I'm definitely the wingman for
my
both of you.
God. Oh my God. Well, don't you remember? What do you like have any memories of like really immature sexual innuendo kind of jokes like that from when you were growing up, like credit card or anything weird?
Yeah, one of the first guys that touched my boobs did that whole like hacky thing of like tune in Tokyo.
Oh yeah,
Where they like grab your nipples.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm not lying, but like I feel one of my first jokes I ever did, I had like 10 minutes on having no boobs, believe it or not. I was super flat chested and I had a tune in Tokyo line.
Yeah.
Tune in Tokyo, tune in Tokyo.
One of my first experiences of hooking up with a guy when I was still a virgin, like had barely kissed anyone or anything. I hooked up with a guy and he went and like just kept shoving his tongue like all the way in my ear, like for a really long time.
Ew.
And I was like, is this what people do? Like just licking it and like shoving his tongue all in my ear. And I was
Gross. Can you imagine what that would taste like for him?
like, I clean my ears.
I mean, we all do, but like, I don't know. I don't know.
No, I can't imagine what it would taste like.
I feel like,
But it also didn't feel too good for me.
How's it going there, Q-tip man?
Q-tip.
Q-tip. That's not the tip I thought. Never
What
mind.
if he just had like earwax on his lips,
Oh
like crusty?
my God, that guy had earwax breath. That's weird.
Oh my God.
There was a guy who ran a comedy festival a long time ago. I'm not even going to say what city it's in, but like it was a comedy festival I did maybe in 2004. And his breath was so bad that to this day, sometimes I'll text Melissa and I'll use this man's name, which I'm not going to use here. But I still to this day, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm very paranoid. I have blah, blah, blah's breath right now. Like, that's how memorable this guy's breath was.
Yeah.
Not that he was anybody we were sexual with at all. We weren't. But his breath was like memorably, potently bad.
He sucked a lot of earlobes.
Yeah, he had some
That's
major-
halitosis.
he had some earwax breath for sure.
It's halitosis.
Earwax breath. Oh my God.
Earwax breath is better. Is
I feel like we have 8 titles for this episode.
worse than butt breath.
Wipe the tip, tune in Tokyo, earwax breath.
Tune in Tokyo.
There's so many things I want to name this podcast. Oh my God.
Well, I always wonder if people. I don't do this, and I have not had it done ever in my life. But you know, people like to lick buttholes now.
Yeah.
And then do they kiss?
I guess so. Actually, no, because remember, haven't we talked about that on previous podcasts that men don't kiss during sex anymore? Well, I guess with all that butt licking going around, maybe that's why. Oh Oh, bless. Seems like whenever
No.
we talk about anything gross on this podcast, we get the light. And the episode's almost episode. Right?
Some men do now. The last person I had sex
Well, that's what I'm saying. The last person I had sex with for Shirley was very, he connected well and he would make eye contact and kiss me, but it felt so special. And I was like, oh, it's because people don't always do this anymore.
Yes, that's what you felt.
Yeah. It stuck out as something that was rare.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow.
It'll definitely get you. But is it better if they don't when you're just looking for a fuck buddy? Because then you won't get sucked into that.
No, because I could still have nice connective sex without getting sucked in. I still know, especially vacation playing. Oh, I forgot. I went to Hollywood and Highland today. I remember I keep saying, okay, I don't fuck people that live in Los Angeles. I only fuck on the road or on vacation because I don't want any weird feelings or anxiety about fucking a guy and then being like, oh, why, I don't want any of that. So I actually did kind of check out the bar at Lowe's Hotel. Because remember I told you my loophole is going to be like, but I could fuck a guy if he was in town but didn't live here.
Oh, yeah, hang out at hotel bars.
Hotel bars. But then I looked at the Lowe's bar and it was so sad and empty. And I was like, well, what am I going to fucking fuck the bar stool?
I think if you want to find people that are staying in those hotels, just go on Hollywood Boulevard to like Hooters, Buffalo Wild Wings, or
Oh, right.
know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
any of those bars that are in the neighborhood.
Wouldn't you feel shame going into a Buffalo Wild Wings, though, to like pick up dudes?
Not if it was like football season or something.
I mean, you're right. They could be good wings, too.
They're not that bad. It's been years, but I have been there.
Oh, man.
I love wings.
I love wings, too.
All right. This is my last sip.
Oh, my God. Why am I such a slow drinker? Oh, look at that.
Just
She's
when
wild.
our time is up.
Oh, I can't even do that. Otherwise, the beer might come and sploosh me in the face.
How are we going to end this podcast?
I don't know. I guess you guys can follow us on social media, but I feel like if you listen to this podcast, you already know where to find us because that's how you found this.
Also, hashtag Pimp Out Paul if you are interested. Oh, God. Goodbye.